What's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jason with JCS Reefing, and in this video we're going to do a quick open box of the shipment I received from Worldwide Corals from Florida. Now this is the first time that I've ever received or purchased corals from them, and as I expected, was not disappointed with the packaging. It came with a heat pack, or I'm sure they use cold packs depending on where you're located. All the coral frags were independently wrapped and then also put inside a big bag in case of leaking, and each one was actually labeled with numbers. I bought a total of 11 pieces. 5 of them were from the Coral Club, which they did throw in some little goodies that come with that, and the other 6 were ones that I purchased to basically get free shipping. So what's cool is they actually do give you a piece of paper that matches all the numbers to the corals themselves, because if you're anything like me, I actually do forget the names down the road. So the first thing I do pretty much is I just open up each individual bag, kind of look at them quickly, make sure that I actually have the 11 pieces that I ordered, and kind of go from there. So once that is all put in this little bin, I kind of tilt it just a little bit to make sure they're all covered in the water from the bags, and then I start my coral dip, which normally I do about 8 to 10 minutes. So setting a timer kind of helps estimate, gives you a little bit better timing of when you're obviously done dipping the coral. So what I also do is I use this wash bottle. Now you can get these on Amazon for like $6 or $7, and they really come in handy to kind of squirt some of the water all around the frag plugs to kind of eliminate any pests if there are any pests on there. I know Worldwide is very well known for quarantining, and I wasn't really expecting to have anything, but it's always a good precaution. So the next thing I do is I take a salinity reading and the temperature reading of the water that the corals are actually in, and I actually take a salinity and temperature reading of my main display tank. Now it wasn't too far off, it was about a degree off, and the salinity was pretty much right on point, give or take. And then what I do is I basically fill up the wash bottle with water from my tank, and I start squirting the frags again. What this does is it also helps acclimate some of the corals to my water, so I'm using water from my tank, and this has been working pretty well for me the last few times that I've placed orders. So that's pretty much what I do to kind of give them a quick little acclimation to my tank. Now after that, I do take each individual coral, and quick little tip, if you use your phone, you can actually get really close and look at your phone to kind of investigate any pests. It just makes it a little easier than sitting there squinting your eyes. So I do look underneath each individual frag plug and make sure that there is nothing that I can see, and go from there. Now as expected, all the corals were in great shape and did not seem to have any major pests on them. So the next step I do is I basically take each individual plug and I just put them on the frag rack in the tank. I keep my lights off for about a day or so, just to give them time to kind of acclimate a little bit to the water. That way they're not trying to acclimate to the light as well. So like I said, it is always a good idea to dip your corals regardless of where you get them from. This was a very clean shipment. I just had one brittle starfish, and just kind of a reinsurance policy that it's always good to dip your corals. Now with the package, it gives you the Coral Club names of all the corals, it gives you the dripping and handling instructions, it gives you the acclimation instructions, the flow chart where to put the corals, lighting placement for certain species of corals, and then this is that paper that I was talking about that actually lists the corals that you receive. So you can always go back, take a picture of this. If you're anything like me, I forget the names sometimes, so it's pretty cool. You can go back on your phone and go and look at that page or paper if you take a picture of it, and you can remember the corals' names. Now on top of that, with the Coral Club, they did give me a little swag stuff, and then this is basically just some stuff that I found that's really good to use when dipping or receiving corals. Basically it's a wash bottle for like $6 on Amazon, a 1 or 2 gallon bucket, a dollar store measuring cup, and then just some type of bin. Now, as far as the corals, everything is looking very, very good. This is about a day after, once I put the lights into a acclimation mode for a week or so, and these are about halfway up in the tank, and everything is opening up very well. So overall, I'm extremely pleased with this, and I can't wait to get these all mounted in the tank. So as always, like, comment, subscribe, and happy reefing. Cheers.